Hey everyone, Tommy Marquez here inside the Update Studio. This week we're covering the teenage divisions, and although the teens will take the floor in just a few weeks, only one teenage athlete will be going for her third consecutive CrossFit Games title. Kaela Stephano has won 2 straight titles in both the 14 and 15 division and the 16 and 17-year-old division, and she joins me now via Skype. Kaela, thanks so much for chatting with me today.
Hey Tommy, it's good to see you.
And so you're very accomplished in both CrossFit and weightlifting both. Can you tell me first how you got into both sports and how you found CrossFit specifically?
Well, I was actually a dancer for 12 years of my life, and I found CrossFit because my mom and sister started it, and I wanted to get stronger for dance, so I started doing it, and every single day I just got more addicted to it, and eventually I stopped doing dance and just completely gave everything to CrossFit.
I have to say it was probably a good choice that you decided to switch. You've reached basically the peak of both sports this far, competing at the games and also representing Team USA in weightlifting. Along the way, are there maybe some role models that you specifically look up to?
Yeah, so for CrossFit, I definitely look up to Matt Frazier. I really admire his work ethic and his just ability to put his head down and work really hard. And for weightlifting, I definitely look up to Jessica Lucero. I just really admire her, and she's definitely one of my role models.
I'm with you on Lucero. The tenacity she brings to lifting is definitely something that's fun to watch as well. And I know this year in the off season, you competed at some pretty big competitions. You had the opportunity to stand on the floor as an individual next to some big names in the sport. What was that kind of experience like for you?
Yeah, so competing at Wodapalooza in the elite division was definitely an experience that I could never recreate. It was so much fun. And it was interesting being able to go into a competition knowing that I'm not going to win and knowing that the best I can do is just go have fun. And so that's what I did. Each and every day I just tried to put forth my best effort and do the best I could every day and on each workout. And I felt like I really was able to do that and have fun.
Sounds like a great lesson learned, definitely. And so now looking at the games as well, you're competing along some very fit young women and men as well. Tell me what's the relationship like between you and some of the other athletes at the games?
Yeah, so because of CrossFit, I've actually been able to make some really great lifelong friends, and it's so much fun being able to compete alongside them. And so I actually compete with Taylor Babb, both in CrossFit and in weightlifting, and she's become one of my greatest friends. And also Shelby Neal and Haley Adams, they're just such incredible people, and it's hard to take out the competition side of things from your friendship, but it's fun to be able to compete alongside your friends and to be able to enjoy your experience and to just have fun.
And so, speaking of having some fun at the games, we see some behind-the-scenes coverage of the individual athletes, and it varies from being tense or lighthearted. But what's it like behind the scenes at the games, specifically for the teenage divisions?
It's really just lighthearted and fun behind the scenes. I mean, we just are back there, and whether or not we're working out, we're just back there talking and hanging out, and whether we're sitting there stretching or eating lunch or whatever, we're just having fun together and enjoying our time together.
And so now I got to ask you, between weightlifting and CrossFit, if you had to pick one of your favorite memories from competing as an athlete, what would it be?
I would definitely say my top 2 favorite memories would be being crowned the fittest on earth at the games. And the first year in Carson, just finishing the final workout and crossing the finish line and knowing that I had won, I can still vividly picture it in my mind. And it was such an incredible memory. And then last year, after finishing Diane and then the thruster and rope climb workout and crossing the finish line, and again, knowing that I had won, it was the most incredible feeling in the entire world.
Oh my gosh, I just won! Oh my God!
Those are some fantastic memories for sure. But one last question, and we're going to step outside of sport here for a second. What are maybe some goals you have for yourself going forward in the future that don't are necessarily not tied to CrossFit or weightlifting?
Yeah, so in the fall, I will actually be a junior in college, and right now I am studying to be a civil engineer. And so I'm going to be getting my master's in that, so I have about 3 more years of college ahead of me, and then, I don't know, maybe just a good job, but I do want to continue doing this, and I love CrossFit and weightlifting, but I know that it's not my whole life. And yeah, I just continuing in college and being with my friends and stuff like that.
Some fantastic goals, no doubt, and I have no doubt as well that you're going to be successful, whatever you put your head to. Once again, Kaela, thank you so much for joining me. Excited to watch you in Madison, and best of luck along the way.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Wow. If you didn't know, now you know. There's probably nothing that Kaela Stephano can't accomplish. An engineering degree, CrossFit Games champion, international level weightlifter, and she's just getting started, I'm sure. If you want to watch her throw down at the Games in Madison, tickets are still available. Go to games.crossfit.com. And if you need lodging, check out crossfithotels.com. That'll get you squared away with anything you might need in terms of a hotel or a place to stay. The games kick off in just a few weeks. Hope to see you guys out there in Madison.